Hey guys, Neri here from Drakewing Gaming. So if you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Dawn Chorus, Bjorn's Path. So, the last place we left off, we were all meeting up with all the boys in Cafeteria, getting to know each other, and, well, I'm hoping we get a little bit of snuggle time with Bjorn real soon, you know. Yeah, the bear's gotta have his honey. Okay, alright, I've wasted enough of your time with this intro. Alright guys, sit back and enjoy. Let me entertain you for the next 20 minutes and let's jump right into it. Alright, alarm chain, you're up. Alright, let's do it! Okay. I gulp loudly, swallowing a huge chunk of carrot and start coughing. I didn't tell most of them about the key yet, and I didn't really intend to. I don't really like to talk about my failures and misfortunes. Oh, no luck there yet, unfortunately. Maybe the janitor will find it eventually, and I'll keep my eyes open too. Huh. Well, what about your key, Carvine? Did you lose it somewhere? Yeah, after lunch it disappeared somewhere. Why? Did you, by any chance, find a key lying somewhere? No, unfortunately. Did they give you a spare one? No, they asked me to move to another room for today. It's not that bad, then. Good they had some spare rooms. No, they didn't have any. They asked me to move into someone else's room. Oh, and where are you staying? I don't know yet. Everyone goes silent for a moment. Hey, don't worry about it. I know I have some options. I just didn't decide yet. The mood quickly brightens and the light-hearted conversation continues as everyone goes back to eating. Blake acts shy at first, overwhelmed by the amount of new people, but warms up to them quickly and amuses everyone with stories from the dormitory, like the one about his roommate boiling sausages in an electric kettle. Bjorn manages to snatch some extra pancakes that Jorgen and Devin didn't want, while Rune ends up eating most of the blueberries despite his earlier words. Miko stays silent for most of the dinner, but I make some effort to include him in the conversation too. Travis tells us a bit about Japan. Jorgen talks about a gallery in the nearest city that's apparently a must-see, and Devin tells us a bit about how life in the U.S. looks like. It's really great to be here with everyone. Let's see... Bjorn! Yes, stay with Miko, Travis, and Bjorn. Nice. Is it music time? It's music time! Oh, that was a good meal. Yeah, we got lucky with this guest house. It still has nothing on Ryukin's, though. You know, I think you'd have a hard time trying to find one here. Miko chuckles softly. He's sitting on the floor listening to the conversation, while me and Bjorn sit on one bed and Travis on the other. Lake and Jorgen left the cafeteria as soon as they finished eating, as did Rune and Devin. We stayed for a while, talking, before Miko suggested that we go into his room. Yeah, I know, let me dream. Nothing beats a Ryukin, though. You should definitely stay in one if you ever visit Japan. Imagine having an onsen in the same building, sleeping in futons, having elaborate multi-course Japanese dinners every day. Remember that Ryukins don't always have an onsen. Also, we have a sauna and a swimming pool here. That's even nicer. I'd rather sleep in a bed than on the floor in a futon, and the food here is pretty good too. You should open up to other cultures too, Travis. Travis seems unconvinced. You're simply saying that because you've never been in one. Okay, you got me there. I didn't travel much, and when I did, it was mostly in Norway. My parents are the most boring people in the world. They prefer to spend vacations with the country, so besides visiting relatives, we never went anywhere. If you guys hear that noise in the background, it's one of my cats playing with their new scratching posts. Oh, that sucks. What about you, Miko? Did you travel much? A bit. My parents aren't very fond of traveling, but we've had a few trips together. We were mostly visiting Scandinavian countries, though. I've been to Iceland and Denmark, and obviously Norway. Oh, and once we were in Poland visiting Katowice. Apparently my grandmother was born there. I was little then, and I don't remember much, though mostly old buildings and industrial chimneys. I wonder how that country looks now. It seemed sort of desolate back then, but a lot can change in 15 years. Definitely. I'm sure it looks better now. I would definitely like to see more of the world. Travel somewhere beyond Europe. You're really lucky to have seen Japan, Travis. I guess I am. By the way, Miko, could you play some of your music? At dinner you mentioned you record stuff. I'd like to hear it. Miko smiles and moves closer to his gear, switching it on. Sure, I have a few tracks I was working on. Mostly ambient stuff, though. Oh, maybe you'll like this one. I tried doing something different than I usually do. I think I'm fairly happy with how it turned out. Miko presses something on his groove box and the music starts playing. Travis lies down on the bed and closes his eyes, listening. Bjorn does the same, slowly lying back next to me. Lovely ambience. Ooh, that's nice. I close my eyes too, leaning back against the wall. This is nice. You know, I missed it a lot. More than I thought. Sitting with my friends, listening to music together, talking a bit, just chilling. Yeah, I missed that too. Last time I did this was, I don't know, at the beginning of high school? It is nice indeed. It reminds me of all the evenings I spent with Miko at my home. Only back then we were listening to different stuff. Mandarin Fantasy, Potesher, Base Life Forms, all these cosmic and trippy electronic bands Miko loved to introduce me to. We used to have a tradition I enjoyed a lot. Every few Saturdays I would invite Miko and a few of our mutual friends for a listening party. We'd wait for the sunset to enjoy the music in darkness, lie down on my couch or on the floor again together, and then I would play one of our favorite albums. We usually stayed silent for the whole duration of the album, just enjoying the music in each other's presence, like we're doing right now. As we stopped spending time together, the tradition died out. Until now, I forgot about it completely. And only now do I understand how much I missed it. I guess I've been a bit lonely since I moved out of Finland, but I filled my days with work and didn't even notice it. Carvine, do you remember our school trip to Turku in middle school? Yeah, we did the same thing then, if I remember correctly. Only we were listening to Mandarin Fantasy with a bunch of people we didn't know, all hanging on beds on the floor. Okay, all good. I thought my cats were about to start messing with each other, but nope, okay. Next to me, Bjorn shifts on the bed, his fuzzy arm brushing against mine. Move closer to him. I hesitate for a moment before suddenly moving myself closer to him, pressing my side against his and waiting for his reaction. He doesn't seem to mind, only letting out a content rumble. I can feel the heat radiating from his huge body. For a moment, I consider leaving my head on his shoulder, but I don't want to risk crossing his boundaries. He knows that I'm gay, and he might misinterpret my intentions. What are my intentions, even? It's time to take it back to reality. Open my eyes and look at Bjorn. He's laying down next to me with his eyes closed, looking so peaceful. I wish I could just snuggle myself into him. I'm too nervous to ask him if I can, though. I'm too nervous to say anything. Are you cold? Bjorn opens his eyes and looks at me. You're trembling. I lift my arm and indeed, I can see that my paw is shaking a bit. It's nothing, though. Maybe I'm a bit nervous, but I don't even know why I would be. Hey, we're all friends here. There's no need to worry over anything. Do you want to lean on me? Sure. Go ahead. I don't mind. I lean on him, resting my head on his shoulder. He's soft but sturdy, a perfect pillow. He smells nice, too. It's sort of an earthy scent that reminds me of the forest, relaxing and pleasant. I shift my head a bit so that my nose is pressed up against my nose is pressed up against him. He shifts a bit too, and I can lean on him more comfortably with my head in his chest. This is nice. I feel so small cuddled into this big guy. We stay like that, silent, listening, until the track ends and then a bit longer. Nobody wants to break this magical moment. Let's see, Rune's room. I don't know anything. I consider visiting Rune, but I don't think I know him well enough to just barge into his room uninvited. Alright, Lake to Lake we go. I'm in my room, what's up? Lake responded to my message almost instantly. I came here hoping to find someone, but since dinner it's oddly quiet in the whole guest house. I just lazed around for a while before deciding to text Lake. You got any ideas on what to do? I'm down in the common space. Come over if you want. Come over if you want. We'll think of something. Okay, this is better than sitting here alone for sure. I get up from the sofa, walking in the direction of Lake's room. Lake! Hey, you. You got here fast. Come in, Jorgen is inside too, and I've invited Miko already. Oh, I didn't think that this would turn into a party. Hi there, Jorgen. Carvine. When I enter the room, Jorgen is sitting on his bed and tapping at his phone furiously. He gives me a quick glance before getting back to writing. The orange-tinted afternoon light reflects in his thick glasses, partially obscuring his somewhat feminine face. Standing here, looking at him, I feel like he is really somewhere far away and I might never reach him. Until he would reach out to me and pull me in first. I definitely wouldn't call it a party. Besides, I thought about going out for a walk. It'd be nice to move a bit after dinner. Playing table paw ball is nice, but that's just standing in one place, failing your paws. I see you're energetic as always. We can go. Why not? Spending time outside here is only a pleasure. Comparing that to the crowded city? Oh, I definitely get what you mean. You know, sometimes I miss my old town. And sometimes I miss it too, but then I remember what living there looked like. I mean, there was just nothing to do for most of the year. Sorry guys, throat's kinda dry. You might be right. I enjoy living in a big city too. I love the energy it has. Just, you know, sometimes it's good to be back in nature. Why Miko, by the way? I thought that you two didn't know each other that well. Yeah, but we bumped into each other in the corridor when we were coming back to our room and started talking. He said he has no plans, so I told him he can come over. Suddenly there's a knock on the door and Miko's head peeks into the gap. Yeah. Hi, can I come in? Ah, speak of the devil. I invited you, didn't I? Come, sit down. Hop on a bed, do whatever you like. Thanks. He enters the room and looks at the three of us, visibly confused. Were you talking about me? Oh, no, Carvine just mentioned you. Oh, okay. So, what's the plan? What would you say for a little walk? Why not? I'm down for whatever you're up to. Behind me, Bjorn puts down his phone and hops onto the wooden floor. Okay, I'm ready now. Oh, Carvine, do you have any warmer clothes? Not really. Everything I've had with me is still in my room. What the fuck? Like, just smashes against the wall and clothes topple out. He looks up at the wardrobe and ponders for it before reaching out. Again. Lake, why are you hurting yourself? Lake's trying to fucking Kool-Aid man his way through that painting. Oh my god. He looks up at the wardrobe and ponders for a while before reaching into it and taking out a warm-looking blue flannel shirt. It's not much, but it's better than a sweater alone. Thanks, Lake. I put on the shirt. It is indeed very warm, and what's even nicer, it smells faintly of Lake. Feels like a nice warm hug from him. Let's go then, while the sun is still out. Bjorn, already in a jacket, walks up to the window and looks out. We don't have much time. Come on then, chop chop. We leave the room together. Lake leads the way, walking with a lively step, while Bjorn leaves as the last one and locks the door before catching up to us. Ooh. The sky is painted with a myriad of reds and yellows. It must be close to sunset already, but the sun is hidden behind the clouds. It's really chilly outside at this hour already, but the views make it worthwhile. I love winter so much. It's definitely my favorite time of the year. Sweater season. It's nice, but I wouldn't want it to last all year for sure. I wouldn't mind, frankly. I'd rather just have to put on a coat than overheat constantly. Plus, I love snow so much. Saying that, he flops backwards into the snow. What are your favorite seasons, then? For me, it's autumn. What about you, Carvine? Let's see. I think I've done all these. I'll do autumn. Autumn and winter are my favorites. I like autumn the most, too. It's the time of year. It's the time of sweaters and drinking hot cocoa, looking through the window at all the falling leaves. You, Miko? Miko thinks for a while before replying, staring into the open sky. I think my favorite season is always the current one. There's something really special about each one, and I always find myself enjoying the season I'm in the most. I love snow, too, and I love the peacefulness winter brings. Everything seems still, and everything around is covered with white fluff. You boys really need to stop hurting yourselves. Before he can continue speaking, he gets hit with a snowball from behind. With a snowball or with a fucking dresser? That was loud. The look of surprise on his face is priceless. His tail completely straightens up behind him, too. Oh, you! He leans down to the ground and quickly makes a snowball of his own, immediately throwing it at Lake, who's running away from him. Bjorn looks at the three of us with a startled look on his face before hiding behind me. I don't mean to stand still, though. It's been years since I've been in a snowball fight. I crouch on the ground and start making a snowball, but before I'm done, I get hit by one thrown by Lake. Damn, he has a good aim. The fresh snow is soft and just perfect for making snowballs. I finish mine quickly, patting it well to make it harder, and throw it at Lake. He ducks under it, throwing himself into the snow again. Damn, what an agile beast. Miko has hidden himself behind the tree, but from here I can see him clearly. I assemble another snowball in seconds, hoping that I won't get hit with another by Lake. Taking a few steps forward, I launch a snowball at unsuspecting Miko and hit him straight in the chest. He turns toward me surprised, and I wave to him before a certain lion pounces on me, throwing me onto my back in the snow. Hello there. Before I can react, he kneels on me, grabs a paw full of snow, and starts rubbing it on my snout. Lake? Oh my god, it's cold! You don't say. I grab a paw full of snow, too, and throw it at him. He starts laughing and gets off me, falling onto his back on the ground next to me. Phew! His chest rises and falls rhythmically as he pants, winded. The breaths escaping his muzzle turn into small clouds in the cold air before floating up and dissipating. That was fun. Certainly. Although, I can't feel my snout now. Mm-hmm. We lie on the snow in the silence for a bit before Lake speaks up again. You know, spending time with you is fun. I'm really happy we have a chance to do that here. Back in the dormitory, I often felt like you were avoiding me for some reason. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I had no idea you felt that way. I never avoided you. I struggled with keeping up with my studies and progressing with photography, so I rarely had the time to meet. Maybe I should rethink my priorities. Yeah, it'd be good for you if you just relaxed and did something fun from time to time. Like now, for example. Yeah, I like that a lot. Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm going back to the guest house. It's quite cold already. See you two later. Hey, wait, we're coming too. I get up and grab Lake's paw, lifting him from the ground. Where's Jorgen? Over there, waiting for us at the door. Shaking the snow away from our fur, we return to the guest house together. Bunch of silly boys. Silly boys. Ooh, locker room time. After the walk, the four of us split and each of us went our own ways. Lake took the flannel shirt back and went with Jorgen back to the room, and Miko returned to his own room as well. Alright guys, give me a second. I'm gonna plug in my headset. Give me one moment. There shall be a brief pause. I shall coincide this as best I can with the ad timing. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. What's this? Oh, it's plugged into my Xbox controller. Okay, let's unplug that. And, alright, here we go. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. I spent some time in the lobby, watching TV, but quickly it got boring, so I'm walking around the guest house looking for anyone. Looks like there's no one here. I decided to check out the locker room to see if anyone was in the swimming pool or the sauna, but it doesn't look like it. Where is everyone? Check the sauna swimming pool just in case. Yep, I think I know who we're gonna find here. The lockers are all open, but maybe I shouldn't assume that it means they're all empty. I take off my shoes and walk further into the locker room. Inside one of the open lockers is a familiar hoodie covering some other belongings. Bingo! Now, where might the bear these belong to be? If he's in the sauna, then maybe I could join him for a quick session. Oh, hello there, handsome. I peek into the corner just in time to see Bjorn leaving the sauna. Oh, Carvine! I asked if you were going to the sauna, but seeing you in these clothes, I'm guessing you're not. I wanted to check if you're inside, but I see you're already done. Yeah, 2 15-minute sessions are enough for me. Now I need a cold shower. Preferably a bucket of cold water, but I don't know if they have those here. Do you mind if I tag along with you? I mean, after the shower. No, you're not here for the sauna? Not really, I'm just looking for some company. It's been oddly silent everywhere since dinner. I suppose most of the students are in their rooms. I probably would be as well, if I could get into mine. Sure, you'll have to wait for me for a while. We move back into the locker room, me fully dressed but shoeless, Bjorn wearing only a towel around his waist, all drenched in sweat and panting loudly. You don't have to wait for me here, though. I might have taken a while to cool down. It might take a while to cool down. I don't have anything better to do. Well, your call. The bear leaves to the showers, and I sit down on the bench, taking out my phone to check the notifications. I sent a message to Miko a while ago, but he hasn't replied yet. He's probably back in his room, working on something or taking a nap. I write a quick text to Lake, asking if anything's happening anywhere, and I open the web browser. A few minutes pass and Bjorn is still there, in the shower. I wonder how thick his pelt is. It can't be very thick if he's wearing hoodies indoors. Probably not thicker than mine. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've seen a bear up close before. We've had a few in our town, but I never had any in my class. He's quite handsome, actually. Hell yeah. Get that honey, boy. I try not to stare much when he was leaving the sauna, but he looked quite good from what I've seen. I always liked that type of build. Big, burly, and great for snuggling into. Spending time with him was fun, but I still barely know him. If I had the key to my room, maybe I'd talk him into a visit. Talking in a more private environment always feels more personal. A notification icon displays at the top of the screen, informing me I got a new message. Dunno, I'm with Jorgen in our room. We might go out in like 15 minutes. 15 minutes isn't that much. Maybe we could still do something together before the stargazing. Although, I might want to stick with Bjorn instead. I don't know if he has any plans yet. There we go. Bjorn leaves the shower with a towel wrapped around his waist, water dripping from his body. Huh, so you did wait. He starts to dry himself off with the towel, and I turn the other way to give him some more privacy. You had any plans for after the sauna? Not really. I thought I'd go rest in my room for a while. I don't mind the company, though. Or we could go pay Travis a visit. He has some multiplayer games with him. Both sound good. It would be nice to spend some time alone with him. Oh, I guess we get a choice. Alright guys, it's been another episode of Bjorn's Path. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!